Hi there tennis friends, my name is Eli Pironkva and today we're going to talk about serve. I'm going to cover the three types of serve, the flat serve, which is usually the first serve, the kick serve, which is usually the second serve, and the slice serve, which could be used as a second serve as well. It's not as widely used as the kick, but it is also a great weapon. So in covering each of those serves, we're going to talk about, 5 things, which is your stance while you're serving. We're going to talk about your, toss, racket drop, contact point, and placement. So these 5 things we'll talk about today about each of those serves. I have put some cones on the ad side of the tennis court. This is where I'll be serving for you. We have a down the tee cone, middle body cone, and out wide cone. We're starting with the flat serve. And number 1 is the positioning on the flat serve. I like this position. There are a couple ways to position. Some people like what is called the platform serve, but I'm doing the pinpoint serve for you today, which is this one, right? Where you pinpoint with your foot, the foot comes in and you jump in, okay? So this is my positioning for the flat serve, okay? As we said, positioning number 1. Number 2 is my toss. So for my flat serve, I like my toss in between 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock, so somewhere around here. It gives me the best accuracy, okay? The racket drop, when you are dropping your racket for your serve, it's gonna drop all the way down. This is how I like to show it to my students. Racket drops all the way down, and from here, you're moving closed, right? And then you open somewhere around here. We are in continental grip. If you are not familiar with the grips, I will have video linked for you at the top of this video, and you can check out the grips after you see this video. Okay, so racket drop, contact. Okay, so contact is crucial, and we're gonna talk a little bit about contact and placement at the same time. So we want to contact the ball right in front of us, which is right here when we're hitting our flat serve, right? Right in front of us, right here. But depending on where you want to place the ball, you see I have the 3 different placement points in the service box. You will have to make sure that during the contact, right? During the contact, you are with the correct racket face turn. So when I'm hitting down the line, I'm going like this. When I'm hitting middle, I will turn the racket just a little bit so that ball can shift. And when I'm hitting out wide, the racket, it significantly shift facing the out wide. So this is how you pretty much place your flat serve. Okay, so I will do a few serves for you so you can see for yourself all of these 5 points that we talked about. Okay guys, so now we are going into the kick serve. We have that same stance that we had for the first serve when we're doing the kick serve. The difference here will be, you're still dropping the racket quite a bit, but your toss, it's gonna be different. So number 1, the stance is the same, the racket drop is the same. The toss, however, is a little bit different. So the toss starts between 12 and 1 o'clock, right? But it has a little bit of a loop that it's going towards 11 o'clock. This is very important. So you're no longer contacting here, right? The contact will be here. Boom, you're trying to brush that ball on the way in and through, right? To where it creates that, higher shot that also kicks, sorry, that higher serve that also drops and kicks a little bit higher than usual. And like on the flat serve here, you know, the placement, the different placement will happen mostly from the point of contact, right? So I'm here, my racket is back, the ball is coming here, starting to drop. If I want to go down the line, I'm more so here, right? If I want to go middle, I'm opening the racket a little bit more this way. If I want to go out wide, dropping and obviously going way more with a little bit more racket angle, that will take the ball there. Another kind of a tweak, you know, in terms of the kick service, if you are hitting continental grip, you know, for your flat serve, you may want to move towards forehand eastern grip, not entirely, but somewhere in between, and that will help open the racket a little bit more, you know, when you are trying to kick your serve. Oh. It's mid. Oh, that's a good kick. Okay, this one definitely kicked. You see, I was almost like here when contacting. It really helps to have the ball loop back towards the 11 o'clock. Okay guys, last but not least, it's the slice serve. This serve has helped me tremendously throughout my tennis career. I have made other videos about it. It is such an amazing weapon. I'm naturally very good at it. So number one about the slice serve will be your stance. The stance is the same, the closed stance, right? My feet are like this. You know, the racket is going back, but it's kind of ready to go on the side instead of going above. You know, when we talk about the toss here and the contact point, I like my toss low and at about 2 o'clock, and the contact point, it's really on the side of the ball here. If you want to toss at the same toss at 1 o'clock, so you don't give up where your ball's gonna be, you can do that. It's just you are a little bit more effective when you toss at 2 o'clock. At least I am. I've seen you know, other people do it. Professional players mostly do it between, you know, 12 and 1 because they don't want to give out. But sometimes I see that even they would toss a little bit more if they want to do the slice serve. Again, not the most common second serve, but very, very effective, especially on the recreational level. Okay guys, so this was everything for me. I hope you learned a little bit about the 3 types of serves. You know, it's always great to have a lot of different weapons, especially, you know, when you're starting out the point, to mix up, to keep your opponent guessing. There isn't really anything better than that. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Till next time, bye.